And I believe that you testified to this earlier, but to your recollection, did Mr. Epstein personally own property near your home?
He bought the house from Jack, so half a mile away if that's near.
Was that the address at the 7500 block of King George Drive?
I don't know that address.
Are you aware of the entity New Albany Company, LLC?
I think that's what we call the New Albany Company.
Why was this LLC organized?
Because it made business sense.
What was the LLC used for?
I would assume it was for the New Albany project.
Was Jeffrey Epstein involved with this entity?
Only to the degree as fiduciary financial advisor would be, as Dennis Hirsch was. It was a complex project, and if you would, the family office would look at it.
Mm-hmm. To be clear, the LLC was used to develop surrounding properties in New Albany.
I don't know that. I would assume that it's in an LLC, or it could be the New Albany Company or Corp or Inc. I don't really know that.
How would Jeffrey Epstein travel to New Albany in the beginning of your relationship with him?
I would assume he flew, and either that or he took the train or drove.
Did he fly on your plane?
Very rarely.
When he did fly on your plane, did you charge him for using it?
I don't think so.
Do you have any recollection of when you first would have started providing flights to Mr. Epstein?
I think that's kind of a trick question. I don't think I ever provided flights for Mr. Epstein.
And you testified that he very rarely flew on your airplane. Can you elaborate on that?
The only time I really remember that I mentioned earlier, my wife would have surprise parties. And so I'd get on the airplane and there'd be acquaintances, friends, and I was always shocked who was there. Or some people might fly to wherever the party was, which was always a surprise to me. And then some of guests' friends would be at the party when I got there, and that was another surprise. So I don't remember specifics.
So Mr. Epstein would have been invited to surprise parties for you?
Obviously so, because he was there.
You testified earlier that you didn't consider him a friend. Do you invite people you don't consider to be friends to surprise parties?
Objection assumes that he invited them.
Do you answer that again?
Why would Mr. Epstein have been invited to these surprise parties?
My wife would have invited him.
Why do you think your wife would have invited him?
Because he was our financial advisor.
Did your wife consider him a friend?
No, I don't think so.
Can we take a quick break?
Yes, we can go off the record.
Oh, we need to wait for
Oh,
Michael.
sorry, excuse me.
Okay.
We'll go off the record. We can go back on the record. The time is 11:10. We took a short break for the witness to confer with counsel. We have approximately 15 minutes left in the majority's hour. We understand that the witness would like to make a statement of clarification.
Yeah, I think I was inaccurate in that I remember Jeffrey being on a plane at a surprise birthday party, but I don't remember him being at the party. So I think you asked the question at the party, and then where did he go? I don't remember him being at the party. I can remember being on the plane.
You bring up the surprise party on the plane. Do you recall where the plane was going?
This private party wasn't on the plane.
where was this surprise party?
There were a bunch of them, and I don't remember specifically which one it was.
Were you on every flight with Mr. Epstein when you traveled on your plane?
Objection. How's he supposed to know that?
If he doesn't, he's welcome to testify that he doesn't know.
So, say the question again.
Would Mr. Epstein ever use your plane while you were not present?
Never.
Did Mr. Epstein have to ask you for permission to use his plane or use your plane?
He would have, but he never did.
In regards to using your plane, would you
It wasn't my plane. It was the business's. The business had an aircraft. We didn't own our own airplane till maybe 15 or 20 years ago. And he wasn't on that plane either.
Do you recall Miss Maxwell being present when you were traveling on your company's plane?
No.
Do you recall if Mr. Epstein would bring other guests besides Miss Maxwell while traveling on your company's plane?
No.
There's an address at the 7500 block of King George Drive. Are you familiar with that property?
No. Not familiar with that address.
Mr. Wexner, how did Mr. Epstein act towards women or girls around him?
In his presence? Or?
In your presence, yes.
I guess the answer would be kind of normal and nice. He would like send my secretary or admin flowers for a birthday. Courteous, I would say.
Did you ever witness Mr. Epstein have sexual contact of any kind with young women or girls?
Absolutely not.
Did you ever witness Mr. Epstein sexually abuse young women or girls?
Absolutely not.
Did you ever witness Mr. Epstein receive massages from young women or girls?
Absolutely not.
Did Mr. Epstein ever discuss sexual acts of any kind with you?
No.
Did he ever discuss receiving massages?
Yes.
What were the nature of those conversations?
He told me massage therapy was great and I should get massages.
Did he ever discuss who he was receiving massages from?
No.
So it is your testimony today that you don't recall him ever saying anything about receiving massages from young women or girls?
Absolutely not. Or absolutely, I'm agreeing with you, didn't do that.
Was it common for Epstein to bring young women or girls to any other place where the two of you would meet?
Never.
Did Mr. Epstein ever request that you bring Victoria's Secret models to events at your home?
No, and no Victoria's Secret models ever came to my home, even for business purpose.
Did
Talk about one exception. Stuff you've seen.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. There's one exception. My wife had for about 20 years, a horse show here for charity. And one of the models' husband was a polo player. And I don't know how they showed up as a couple, and he gave either me or my wife a polo horse, which was I don't ride, and Abigail wasn't interested in a polo horse, so that would have been the only exception.